How does anybody go 33 years? Yeah, check that. 33 years married to the same person, 33 years happily married, in love, and excited about the future. So many people find that notion difficult in our day and time, but I want to remind you, yeah, it is absolutely possible. This week, Sherry and I celebrate 33 years of bliss. Not perfection, but absolute bliss. Hey, we got a great marriage, and I want to share with you some of the things that have made marriage really, really work and work well for us. Now, again, not a perfect marriage, nobody has one, but it has been an amazing, amazing journey. And in this episode, what I want to do is share with you some of the core secrets to how you can literally transform your marriage into a dream marriage and go 33, 43, 53, 63 years perhaps. Hey, let's get into it. My name is Rod Harrison. I am an executive marriage coach and relationships expert. I love working with, helping, encouraging, challenging people who have succeeded wildly in their professions, whether it's sports or medicine or business, teaching, whatever it is, you have succeeded wildly. You have invested your time and your energy, your expertise in your craft. And while succeeding there, sometimes your marriage can absolutely, well, not be successful. It can stink. It can actually be pretty bad. And what I want to do is help you succeed. I want to help you succeed. I want to help you get to the marriage, what I call the dream marriage. You didn't marry the person you married because you didn't want to succeed at marriage. You married them for a reason. And listen, you can have it all when it comes to marriage success and to your professional success. You can have it all, but you cannot have it all if you don't focus in the right place. So let's get into this. How in the world did we make it for 33 years? I'm going to drop some nuggets on you. I want to be very clear right up front here, though, in this episode, that we didn't make it to year 33 without some tumult, some trials, some you're getting on my nerves. How did we get here? Yeah, we've been through so much of that because I was busy succeeding. I was busy trying to help professional athletes and coaches in the professional world and front office staff and others succeed in their lives while I was not really doing great in my own marriage. And I felt this duplicitousness. Is that a word? I don't even know if that's a word, but that's what I felt. I was like torn, like this is not working. And my wife was miserable some days. She was home with our four young ones. And right around year 9, everything hit the fan. I mean, it was horrible day in and day out. And we decided we're going to work on this thing. We're going to get focused. We're going to understand what's happening. We had so much trauma, we had no idea that we were bringing into our marriage. I was a broken man, insecure, trying to find my rhythm for success, uh, bearing the pressures of providing, and yet wanting to do great in this amazing, amazing field that I landed in professional sports. I was actually living my dream job, my dream profession, and struggling in my marriage. And I'm grateful for Sherry, my wife, my bride, my boo, my love. Yeah, I'm really grateful for her for taking this journey with me, believing in me and not giving up on me, and seeing the best in me when I was not showing up well as her husband. So, without too much ado, let me give you some of what we sat down and talked about this. We made notes like how did we get here, and every year we take some time to reevaluate who we are, what we want, where we're going, and what worked this year? What helped us succeed? What did we do perhaps differently or the same that's making a difference at this point? Let me give you one of the first and most important things that we have found helps. We learn how to serve one another. Ooh, how about that for a foreign language that so many people don't speak in our marriages? Like, serve each other. She serves me, I serve her. I was talking to one of my baseball clients a few days ago, and he was sharing with me how he struggles on game day because he's focused on his job. He has a very high pressure role on the team as a pitcher. And he said, my son likes to come to the stadium with me. And he says, but on the night before the game, I don't really want to talk to anybody. I'm super quiet. And he said, I discovered I can't really have my son with me because I have to be responsible for him. And I said, man, listen, you have a job to perform well. You have an important part of your life. Your calling is to do well in this venue of baseball. I said, but you also have a calling, an important calling to your family. And one cannot cancel, should not cancel the other. Now, granted, I said you need moments where you can focus, moments where you can just get in the space that you need so that you can prepare your mind for what the day is going to be like for you. You deserve that. You should have that. It's responsible to be in that space. But you can actually do both with a good system. I said, tell me more about the pressure that you feel. And when he described the pressure that he was feeling, I recognized that he was very focused on himself and on succeeding. And so I challenged him. I said, do you realize that when you describe the pressure that you're experiencing, when you describe what it's like for you the day before the game and on game day, that you're describing a focus on you? That it's all about you. How am I going to perform? How will I be perceived? How will the game go for me? How will my innings go? And so I challenged him. I said, what if you turned the focus off of you and onto serving? What if you decided, I'm going to serve my team? I'm going to serve the fans who come. I'm going to give my absolute best in my craft so that I can serve the team, my teammates, the organization, those who come into the stands or who watch on TV. I said, and how about if you take that same approach with your wife and your children, not just on game day or the day before the game, but every day. He said, oh my goodness, wow. It was like a revelation. It's like bells started going off in his head. What if I'm here to serve, not just to perform, not just to pay the bills, not just to go to work, not just to be excellent and gain the accolades of everyone else? So one of the things that we have decided in our marriage, Sherry and I, is that we will serve one another. And so sometimes serving her means I stop what I'm doing and I drive her. Sometimes I stop what I'm doing and I sit with her or I help her with gardening. Yeah, believe that. Sometimes I get out in the garden, get my hands dirty, right? How can I serve her? And she serves me. And I'm telling you, it has made a difference. It has taken out the me that can be so destructive to our marriages. Here's one that I want to give you. I think this is going to make a huge difference. We have developed a very deep respect for the other person and for their emotional needs. Now, I teach about this in my Dream Marriage Masterclass or in my mastermind groups for couples. Listen, it's so important that we gain a deep respect for each other and for each other's needs because no two people are alike. And everyone has strengths, everyone has weaknesses, but even a broken clock works well twice a day, or at least it's right twice a day. I guess that's if you have a analog version, but I think you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you got to respect the person, right? They don't have to be you. In fact, the epitome of immaturity, emotional immaturity, relational immaturity, is when you expect the other person to be just like you. What if you could just respect your spouse for who they are? Now, Yeah, I'm assuming that they are respectable. I'm assuming a lot here, right? That there's no infidelity or things like that that have violated the relationship principle and the relationship integrity. But you get the idea. You want to develop a deep respect for the other person's emotional needs, treating their needs, treating them as someone who's legitimate, valuable, worthy of love, worthy of care. When you do that, I'm telling you, it changes the game. It's going to change your marriage. It's going to change your flow. It's going to change your sex life. It's going to change how you get up in the morning and how you come home from your busy day at work. Can I share just a couple more of these with you? Similar to what I shared about respecting one another, it is learning to let the other person be who they are. We're all made uniquely, we're all wired differently. I am a hard charging Enneagram 8. Yep, that's me. I want to lead all day. I want to cast vision. I want to push forward. I got to see results. That's how I'm wired. But my wife is an Enneagram 6 and she is a loyalist. She's steady and she's loyal. She don't want to be in front of a camera like I am today. She is not a marriage coach. Sometimes she comes into sessions. I think she's got a lot to offer. In fact, I know she does. People love whenever we work together in this space, speaking or teaching and coaching here online. But this is not her thing. This is my thing. This is my passion. This is where I come alive. She comes alive caring for our family, caring for her home, being with really important friends, making things amazingly beautiful. And we just click like that. When I discovered that what she brings to the table is equally as valuable as what I bring to the table, can I park right here for just a moment? Because so many of the people that I work with, especially in the world of big money, whether it's big money in business, big money in sports, big money in medicine, big money in whatever your profession is, the money maker usually thinks that the money they bring is the most important part of the equation. And let me just give you this: your money is overrated. Money is important. We get that. And the more you can make, the more lifestyle you can enjoy. Yeah, we get that. But it doesn't make your role and you more important to the marriage than your spouse is. I just had to put that in there today because somebody needed that part right there. Take that part right there and run with it. All right. So let each other be who you are. I let Sherry be who she is, and she lets me be who I am. I am a scatterbrain 8. I put my keys down in 50 different places. I lose my keys every day. But she can see when I'm sitting in my space and I'm thinking. She says your brain is the most powerful part of your life. Yeah, because I'm a thinker. I'm cerebral. I like to read. I like to think. I like to write. She lets me be me. All right, just a couple more that I think will help. You need time together. You got to have time together. I know you're busy. I know you're climbing. I know you're trying to accomplish things. You're doing what it takes to succeed. And sometimes we put our spouses on the back burner, our spouses and our children, in the interest of busyness, demand, people, deadlines and work deadlines and the needs that people have of you. But you cannot succeed in marriage without time invested with one another. It just doesn't work. If you invest time with one another, you can feel each other's love tank. It's hard. Let me put it to you this way: it is hard to have a deep and vibing and vibrant emotional connection with your spouse when you never see each other, when you only pass like two ships in the night. And so you got to make time for each other. I'll do a whole episode on why people love going to work more than they love being at home. There's a real challenge right there, right? And why we spend so much time in our professions and our pursuits and give so little time to the relationship that we said was precious to us. But you got to invest time. And so Sherry and I have developed a rhythm. You can see it in one of our earlier YouTube videos that talk about a rhythm for a dynamic marriage, right? We spend time together once a day, once a week, once a month, once a quarter, once a year, once a decade. Special times together that keep us in rhythm with one another. Right now, we're working out together 3 days a week. Oh my goodness, we're in the gym by 5:15 a.m. and it's a 35-minute drive from our home, but we love it. We get up, she makes some coffee. That's how she serves me. I serve her by getting up and getting the car ready. We hop in the car, we enjoy the drive, we listen to music, we say some prayers, we talk about things going on. We get in there, get a hard workout, and we drive back and enjoy. Sometimes we stop and have breakfast together. That time together is vital. Hey, whatever you do, make some time for one another. Hey, just before I give you one more point in this episode, let me share with you a free resource that I want you to. Okay, just before we continue with this episode of Dream Marriage with yours truly, Rod Harrison, I want to tell you about a great resource that's going to really help your marriage, your love life, your relationship. In fact, it'll help every facet of your life. This is my breakthrough communications workshop for couples. I want you to get a breakthrough in your communication. Just go to the description and click on the link for the free, yep, you heard it, the free workshop. Let me tell you, this is not a surface level workshop. This is something that will really help you experience transformation in your communication. And so grab the free workshop and enjoy it. Let it be my gift to you, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Let's get back to the episode right here at Dream Marriage. All right, I was in the middle of a sentence before we got to our commercial break, but I hope you got what I was saying, right? I want you to get that free resource. I want to see you get helped in your communication. So let me share with you two more vital things that we've discovered have helped us make it for 33 years, and not just make it, like literally thrive. We talk about how much we enjoy being with one another, how much we enjoy each other's company, right? It's not cliche when we say you're my best friend, and we're not the only people we spend time with. We don't spend 24 hours a day. I can't do work and spend 24 hours with my bride, but I'm saying we make time for one another. Now, I want to say this one more time because I don't want to give the impression like 33 years has been a cakewalk and we just got this and we just figured it out. That's not true at all. Um, we have had days when we couldn't figure it out ourselves, and we have close friends. I call my pastor, she might call our pastor to just talk through challenges. So, what I'm saying to you, we can only share with you what we've been through, what we know, and we want to share with you what's helped us be successful. All right, so how about worshiping God? Now, you may not be from a faith background. That's quite fine, but I can tell you this statistically, it is shown that a couple that worships God together is more likely to have a thriving, vibrant, well connected marriage. Now, I'm not suggesting that everybody who goes to church or to synagogue or wherever you go is going to make your marriage vibrant. I'm simply saying it does add a layer that's difficult to explain, and I think a part of it is having some supernatural accountability, perhaps. But also, I think it does something for our lives. It knits us together in the unseen or invisible realm. That way, it gives us a very common level of experience with one another. So I would add that. And similar to that, as I wrap up here, is a sense of calling together, right? We have a sense of calling together, something that we do together to make an impact in the world, right? The children are important, but they can't be your only purpose, right? They should be a very high priority in your life. Your spouse is important, but they can't be your only purpose. Your career, your success is important, but it cannot be your only purpose. You gotta find a purpose that you can share together, working with a nonprofit perhaps, donating, and not just donating, because some people just like to give their money but don't get in the midst of things and don't actually help and do something practical together. And so I want to encourage you, find some way that you make an impact in the world together, because the likelihood is that you have two very different career paths in all likelihood, and you don't necessarily have the same passions. You love each other, you care about each other, but you need somewhere where you can make a difference together. And for me and Sherry, that's in my work in the church world, but also we do some work together in the coaching work, and so that keeps us vibrant. It keeps us focused. We can't wait to come home in the evenings, right, and just sit down and talk about, like, how was your day? How did it go with that outreach or with that event? How was the coaching last night? We talk about how was the group you were teaching, because she's a phenomenal teacher in her own right. And so we share those things together, and we seek to make a difference together. Hey, we have made it 33 years. I can only say it this way: God has been amazingly kind. Again, if you don't come from a faith background, don't trip. Hey, just let me be me. I'm going to let you be you. But I can tell you this: you can have an amazing marriage. And my hope is that you will go from not only being successful in your career, in your pursuit of success financially, perhaps, but that you will also succeed in the most amazing relationship that you can enjoy called marriage. All right. Hey, I'm Rod Harrison. I'm glad we were together. Hey, don't forget the uh, the communications workshop for couples, breakthrough communication for couples. I want you to get that. It's free. It's just for you. It's going to be a huge help to you. Hey, I will see you in the next episode.